Hey guys. Okay. am in a cross country and track coaches like online group inside of Facebook where coaches often post to get advice or to share tips or just to like celebrate their successes. Um, and this morning I saw a post by a cross country coach. I think it was titled, "Is Intrinsic Motivation Dead?" And then what this coach did was kind of complain about the athletes on his team and say, I don't understand. Why aren't these kids working out over the summer? Why aren't they doing what I asked them to do? And why don't they just have intrinsic motivation? Why don't they just want to be better? They know that when they come, and this particular coach, like I guess a first official day of practice starts in August. And so he was saying, listen, I have a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old, twin 5-year-olds, and I want to prioritize my time with them over the summer. So I want my team to work out on their own. And he said, I try and instill the value that family matters and that they should, so I've given them the freedom to work their runs around their family time. And honestly, what that sounded like to me was a huge freaking cop out. It sounded to me like he was saying, hey, my family is my priority, and I work really hard and get paid very little, and I deserve to have my summers off, which may be true. And you can't expect your team to do what you are unwilling to do. So this comes up a lot with my clients as well. I have a lot of clients who either have people in their employ or they are leading network marketing teams. And there's this thing like, why won't they just do it? But there needs to be like this massive reality check, which is, are you willing to do it? So as some of you know, Jim and I have been helping build Huntington Beach cross country and track back up to a level of excellence that it deserves. And the thing about that is we never once asked the athletes to do anything that we were unwilling to do. I remember when we first started helping out, the coaching staff kind of said, yeah, well, we'd love to have practice on Saturdays. We try to have practice on Saturdays, but nobody shows up. And I thought, watch this. Here's what you do. You tell them that practice matters. You tell them they need to be there, and then you show up. And when only a few people show up again, you remind them that practice matters, that they need to be there. You celebrate the kids who showed up. During the week or the forthcoming weeks, you show them how the kids who were there on Saturdays are having better results or, whatever. But you, the coach, continue to show up. And so what I said to this coach in this, this Facebook group, like there are all these other coaches saying like, I sympathize with you, coach. I understand. If you figure it out, let me know. And like, I couldn't even comment on it because I'm like, your team and their priorities are a direct reflection of you and your priorities. And when you don't make them and their success a priority, like neither will they. And while it is totally fine to have your family be a priority, you can't have it both ways. You can't have a highly motivated, like dedicated, together team on August 1st if you're not willing to show up on July 1st or June 15th or whenever your summer season happens. Those of us who are cross-country coaches, we know that, the season, like the state meet, is won in the summer. Meaning, like, if you want a successful team, you need them working together over the summer. I did not tell this coach, like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. I practice with my team 6 days a week, all summer long. Some days I'm there twice a day, practicing with my team, giving them what they need. Would I rather be doing other things a lot of the time? Yeah. But the belief that I have is that they're not gonna want it. Yeah, I hope they want it more than I do now that I'm saying it out loud. But they're like, it's my job as the coach to set the standard. It's my job to, if I want my team to value excellence, then I need to show up with excellence, right? This actually came up on my cross country team this week. We had a whole thing about how you do anything is how you do everything. And we were talking about their, their alignment practice and their drills and just like the little things. And I was kind of saying, hey, I bet those of you who are doing your drills, like who make executing your drills properly, you're probably also A students. You probably also have a fairly clean room. You probably are on top of turning your homework in on time, right? Because how you do anything is how you do everything. And anyways, I'm a little off topic here, but it was just such like, is intrinsic motivation dead? No. No, it is not. But I felt like this coach really needed to check himself and recognize like your team is not going to show up for you if you're not willing to show up for them. At least not if, and then I thought about the example of COVID and like, at least, in COVID, we couldn't show up. Like we physically couldn't be there. So how did I keep my team running? I freaking showed up. I showed up. We had Zoom meetings every morning. We created a Strava club. We found a way to connect and to hold each other accountable and to encourage each other, all while we couldn't be there physically. And that's what this coach was sort of saying, like, well, I do have Google Classroom and I do these things, but ultimately, if you want to create a culture of success, you have to freaking participate in that culture. All right, that's the end of my rant. I just wanted to share, maybe you can relate. Like, I think this is one of the hardest things to recognize whether you're a cross-country coach or an entrepreneur, is whenever we think that the problem is with them, right? Oh, my team's just not motivated this year, or like this group of kids, I don't know, or whether it's your employees or the people on your network marketing team, like, I don't understand why they're not doing this. I promise the problem is not with them and the way they're showing up. The problem is with you and the way that you are showing up. And when you change what's going on inside of you, when you change your perspective or your approach, or you just get super honest with yourself and your own expectations, the same thing will happen on your team, 100%. So that's it. That's it for now. See you guys later.